Linda Barcz is taking your calls at 270-9933. Boy, that's a pretty array of annuals.
Yes, they are, aren't they? The celosia here, these are called New Look or Fresh Look, and very attractive. Along with this, I love the name of this. This is electric lime.
That's beautiful.
And you know, the coleus is such a useful plant because you can use it in sun or shade, and it always looks nice because you're growing it for the foliage. But then I did bring a little bit of an unusual one that I love the way this looks. I'm going to try it in a sunnier spot. These osteospermums, they have such cool color combinations. This one happens to be called blueberry, and then there's a little double one that's pink behind it. And then actually some of these herbs down front are, I have both rosemary and lavender, so I guess the lavender would be considered a perennial, but lots of wonderful herbs available.
Everything's growing right now, that's for sure, with this humidity.
Loving the rain.
All right, let's go to Patty in Middleton. Hi, Patty.
Hi, how are you?
Good. What's your question?
I have a hibiscus plant that I've had for about 5 years, and I keep it in the basement every winter and put it out in the summertime, but it's looking kind of straggly this year and the flowers aren't that big. I'm wondering if I need to prune it and when.
Well, I'm also wondering whether if it's time for you to actually repot it, because they should, if you move this outside during the summer, right, Patty?
Yes.
Okay. Have you repotted it in the last couple of years, 2 or 3 years?
Yes, I repotted it this spring.
Oh, all right. Well, then perhaps you may actually have repotted into too big of a pot, and then if you don't have good drainage, that could be impacting it too, because we've been getting enough rain that if it doesn't have drainage, things are going to get waterlogged. So tip them over, get rid of that excess water, make sure there's a drainage hole, put them up on little pot feet.
It's got to flow.
Yes.
All right, Bob in Highland. Hi, Bob.
Hello.
Hi, which question?
Yeah, my question is, my neighbor had a great big lilac bush, and we uprooted some of the lilacs, moved them down into our yard. Well, ever since we've done that, hers continues to bloom purple. Ours blooms white. It's never, ever bloomed purple, and we're just wondering why.
Well, that's interesting, because typically lilacs should be on their own root. I'm just wondering if perhaps it sets some seeds, and then it was not true to, the color wasn't true that way. Was it actually connected? Could you tell that it was a runner from the main plant, or was it its own little individual plant? You might not be there. I think it may have come from seed then, because if it's part of the same plant, it should be purple. All
right, Sam in Madison. Hi, Sam.
Hi.
Hi, which question?
Real simple. I have rabbits eating my hostas. How do I stop this?
Oh, rabbits. They are, that's a tough one. I've heard some people have luck with putting, cayenne pepper and things on hosta leaves, but you may want to protect them. There should be so much vegetation right now that rabbits wouldn't be continually going back to the same plant. But I did have some little miniatures that I lost to rabbits, so if they're your favorite plants, give them an actual fencing.
I've never had trouble with the rabbits in my houses, but...
Oh, you better knock on some wood.
Well, there's a lot of coyotes in my neighborhood.
Oh.
That may help.
There we go.
All right, Dick in Wisconsin Dells. Hi, Dick.
Hello, this is Linda.
Yep.
Hi, Dick.
I was wondering, I've got an small asparagus bed, and I was wondering about putting Roundup on it because I got a lot of creeping Charlie when it's not, when it's dormant, like in the early spring or fall. You think that's possible?
Yes, but make sure that you don't have, Roundup is a contact killer. So if you have anything, if it is sprayed on anything green, it will be absorbed and taken up and translocated to the roots and kill the plant. But if the asparagus is not actively growing, then you could do that, yes.
Okay, let's check in now with Andy in Madison. Hi, Andy.
Hello, Mark and Linda.
Hi.
My question is, some years back, friends of mine gave me lilacs. I planted them. They're well established. They're tall. They're lush. They're green. And it's been quite some time since I've trimmed them and shaved them, but I'm not getting any blooms, and I don't know what to do.
Okay.
It's on the north side of my house.
Well, north side, they probably would prefer more sun than that, but it's critical that you do not prune that lilacs in the fall or the early spring, because the flower buds are set on 2-year-old wood. Usually after lilac is planted, it grows very vigorously, and it won't flower for a few years, but make sure you aren't pruning it in fall or spring.
He said he wasn't pruning it, so north side might be a problem.
It may be, if you don't have any trees overhanging it, it might get enough light, but lilacs love full sun. They do best where they get morning to evening sun.
All right, we are out of time. If you're on the line, stay there. Linda will talk to you off the air. We'll see you next week.